Okay, I want to do a quick recap on this. Again, this is Mystery Maverick. She does Darley stuff over on her channel. Go look at it. You know, because I'm going to start. If she's going to be on here, I'm going to start doing reaction videos to her videos. But I'll have much harder time because Mystery Maverick is not stupid. She brought more to Rich's panel than anybody else. Even though she got a couple things wrong. So she's talking about here about why she stepped away from Rich. She has some choice things to say about myself. As far as harassing that family, come on, I'd never harass that family. If they think me putting out videos using their own words against them is harassing, they need to rethink their position. But when you go down here, this woman, oh my God, this woman. This is Bedtime Stories with Bella Lugosi. And I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get on Zav Girl's panel when Rich was up there. Because I always got along with Zav Girl. And I got along with her chat. But the day that they were up there, the first time I left a comment, I got silenced. And then I tried to leave another comment and get silenced, get blocked, booted, silenced. And that never happened to me over there before. But I realize now that when Rich was up there on panel, this lady, Bedtime Stories with Bella Lugosi, was also on panel, which is a good friend of Tara's, which is a mod. She's a mod for Zav. So they told him already, don't let him in here. Don't let him in here. They don't want to hear it. But anyways, that's okay. This fucking idiot right here. Right? I try to I really wanted to call truce with this girl. I mean, I do believe what they're saying about Rich. That they pressed him about his PI license and he couldn't provide it. So she went back and told him that he ain't got one. I believe that. And I commend her. And I apologize. Because I thought you were just calling him a private investigator to piss us off. You thought he was one. I apologize for that part. But this man that she went, on 5 hour, cases with, now he's dangerous. See that? Rich is not dangerous. I'm glad MM was able to put her truth out there and give me a platform to tell my truth. Thanks for the support. I'm not sure what that platform means, where she got one. And I tell her, this is why you get messed with. You can't just go say that somebody's dangerous. I may have been at one point dangerous, but no, I'm not dangerous now unless you hurt my family or continuously fuck with me. Then I can be dangerous, and that's what you get. So I want to move on down just a little bit. I want to clear this up because you know me, you guys. You know I'm great with clearing shit up. Let's go down. I can find her. I am friends with Danelle and Mama Darley. I could say the lie he told them that he was a licensed PI was to get to Darley. Yes, I believe that. I believe that's how he got on the visiting list. I believe that. I don't think she's lying here because in my opinion, after working with Rich for a year, he enjoys listening to women who are victims in a nefarious way. I believe he has an unhealthy obsession with Darley. Well, you didn't think he had an unhealthy obsession with Darley when you were sitting on his panel doxing the fuck out of Beja and Angela Rickles. You didn't think that then, did you? Oh, but now he's got an unhealthy obsession with her. Why would you go to a man's panel to speak about a crime if you thought he was obsessed with the defendant? Why would you do that? When did this start with you that he has this unhealthy obsession with Darley? Was it while you were doing the Lowitzer case? Was it while you were in Houston? Was it while when did you get this? Was it after he left support? Oh. I have the credentials, and my goal was to gain my license via the DPS, which he ensured I could do after many hours of investigation under him. And she's right. You can skip the 3 year experience if you have a licensed investigator working with you, like an apprenticeship. Which one way you can get credentials is by working under a licensed PA. He told not only me, but my mother that he would sign after working a case. We worked a case in Houston. Well, I worked the case. Rich did little to nothing. I believe that too. She's much smarter than him when it comes to uh, cases. I think they, RJP and BSJ, are the same person who both enjoy and get off on female victims. That's fucking ridiculous, Sully. I absolutely love women. I love them. I've been through more pussy than most men could ever think of. I love them. I think they smell good. They look good. I like their little voices. I like to talk to them. But I can't stand a fucking cunt. Sue me. Act like a woman, you'll get treated like one. This old, oh, poor me, I'm a woman. You remember, Sully, what you texted me. I am going to publicly embarrass you. Those were your exact words. Right? Don't play that fucking titty victim shame. This ain't 1970, bitch. It says the family did the same to Rich that they did to Brian years ago. Now, the family did not tell Rich to leave them the fuck alone until he left. And I've got text from Darla Key to prove it. They did not. I'm going to tell you, I'm about to prove this. That family did not kick me out of support. They did not. They didn't like it when I left. Tried to accuse me of the crime, but they did not put me out of support. You might want to get with Darren Gross, who still sees Darlie. He said it was confirmed by Danelle and Darla Key that he's still seeing her. I was started fucking with him a long time, a month ago when Rich told me that. Uh, Darren Gross asked her, did I ever write any weird letters to her like they accused me of? She said no. Rich asked her. She said no. Richard Wright asked her. No. No. I would never do that. First of all, I am very happy in my marriage. I'm very committed to my Nicole. Everybody that knows me knows that. That's my baby. I wouldn't even think of messing with another woman because none of them could take her fucking place. None of them. I would never do that. Never. I don't even think about it. I might tell a girl, hey, you're cute, but I'm not thinking that way. I really am not. And here's the thing with writing love letters. Darlie clarified that that never happened. But think about it like this. I posted a couple of my letters that I got from Darlie. And at the end, she's saying, tell Nicole I said hello and kiss the baby. Because, I had a baby back at the time. She was just a baby. And, I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm a man and I'm trying to get close to a woman and I'm married, I kind of leave that part out. I'll leave that part out. If you would like me to repost those letters, I'll do that again. Now, the verbiage Rich uses towards men is disgusting, and after working with him, I realized he had no clue what the fuck he was doing. I can believe that. I went to his home physically. You went to his brother's house, the $1.9 million complex that he has. What is it? The Philistine Palace? Something like that. Ryan is his name. I spoke to him yesterday, which in hindsight is kind of scary. Why? Because why would that be scary to you? You went to his panel. You weren't scared then, was you? To get a copy of the license and his signature when I found out he was not a PI. And I notified families while he went to YouTube to spread more lies to cover up the original lie. I'm the one who had to tell several families that this man lied to them, including Danelle. Do you know how hard that was. However, due to the honesty and expertise, I have remained close to the families as an advocate. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, all right. She's trying to redo her stuff under an actual PI, which I can hook you up with somebody in Texas if you want to. She's out of Austin. She used to be a Darley supporter. That she is a licensed PI. If you want to, let me know. Now, one thing that you don't want to do when you're investigating a crime is get close to the family. That's a no-no for any investigator. You can't do that because that'll bias you. I'm trying to get to this. Okay. Thank you for being one of the only people who did the right thing in this situation. Other supporters wanted us to keep his lie hidden and not fracture the image that support our perfect people. Well, think about this, Anna. If you have supporters out there going, shh, don't tell him he's really not a detective. Does that make you rethink your stance? There should be no lies whatsoever if you're trying to defend her. You and I removed ourselves from the drama professionally, and none of this ever needed to make it to YouTube, but it was the men who act like little girls. So if us men are acting like little girls, you're here to correct us for acting like that, but who's there to correct the little girls? If we're acting like them and it's so bad, who's there to correct the little girls? Oh, and by the way, I identify as a lesbian. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I identify as a lesbian. Yeah. So I guess since I identify as a lesbian and that's female, that I can say whatever the fuck I want to a man and he can't say shit back to me, right? Right? You put up a fucking thing about my son and go, look at this piece of work. I mean, really? Are you provoking? I will always stand on truth over obedience. Well, tell us that case that you served as a expert witness in that involved a gunshot wound to the head. And don't tell me you never said that because I got it. Because you did say that. You don't stand on the fucking truth. You're a liar, just like Rich. They thrive off attention and hatred, not honesty and values. Both sides. Wait a minute. I stepped out of line in their eyes for exposing this man, and they punished me for. You didn't expose me for what? You didn't expose nothing. Do you think that everybody, these people know that my son did that? I put the entire trial up on YouTube. If that's what you're trying to expose, they all knew that. They thrive off the attention and hatred, not honesty and values. Hi, it's Sully, your favorite true crime creator. Are you trying to get attention there? When you post a video about anything, are you trying to get attention? When you post a video, do you not want people to look at it? I think I'm gonna make this video, but fuck, I don't want nobody to see this. Yes, everybody that's on here wants attention. There is no hatred. There's no hatred. I don't hate you, Sully. And you know that our little spat came because you told a lie about who you were, an expert in a criminal case. If anybody wants to see that, let me know. It's right in Rich's chat. I saved it before he got his channel down. Charlie got convicted by those that were told to obey. Charlie got convicted because she killed her fucking kids. I stepped out of line in their eyes, exposing this man, and they punished me for it. I don't know what you're talking about on the stepping out of line and exposing anybody. You didn't expose me for shit. You didn't expose me for nothing. Okay. After working 4,000 hours for a man who lied to myself, my mother, and every family he introduced me to, saying he was a licensed private investigator, that I could get the hours I needed to finish my certification. After thousands from my pocket. Now, it's not from your pocket, Sully, because you don't have a fucking job. Thousands from Steve's pocket. If you spent that. A year spent working, he gets caught that he's not a PI, he has no paperwork, no formal training, and lied, not to just the routiers, but any information or boots on the ground everyone praised him for was my work. That man doesn't even know how to pull a been verified. That's doxing. And tell you a little secret. You don't need been verified. There's other ones out there that are free. That anyone praises him in my work, blah, blah, blah. The man doesn't even know how to pull a been verified. So no one feel bad for this man. He's not out thousands nor actually believe Darley is guilty now. He's a man who got caught lying and couldn't take the blow to his ego. He has lied to hurt dozens of families. He's a grifter and an idiot with no morals. So the haters can have him. C'est la vie. I tell you what, haters don't want him either. We know that the only reason he's saying that he thinks Darley is guilty is because they chose you over him. He's mad, so now she's guilty. The fuck out of here, man. I'm not down with that. That's why I started as soon as he said she was guilty and he called me. That's why I clicked it. Record. You're not going to back out of that one, buddy. My work. He's a man who got caught, so the haters can have blah, blah, blah. Oh, and yes, I'm still on my way to being licensed. And I will blast my cert that I earned just like every other degree that I have. May educated and moral women see this and know we stood up for Darley when it was hard, when it's been dangerous for us to do, or unpopular. We stand united in exposing the man that lied in Darley's cases. And the men who continue to lie to this day. This is a perfect example of how a person can be crucified or believed when all the facts are unknown. Much love. Well, kitchen table research, you haven't caught me in a fucking single lie. You guys keep saying we lie, but you don't get under my videos to show where that lie is. I'll do it for you. But anyway, let's go on, move down here. Let's see if she took that one comment down. Bryan has a long list of crimes against women. Domestic assault. Rich also has a record. 2 peas in a pod. You have a record? You're in a mental health problem institution twice, according to what you said. Twice. You've been busted with drugs. They can have each other since Rich lost everything to be near Bryan. Actually, he didn't lose everything. He's got Bonnie. He's got his house. He didn't lose everything. He chose Bryan over Darley's family. And I think that says all you need to know. Very disappointing, but we are here to support MM after she put so much time and effort into showing Darley's innocence. Her work was not lost on those that know her, and I deeply appreciate the help she gave my team while researching. I highly respect it. Yeah, I have to give Tara props on this. As far as the whole thing, were you surprised that you found out he didn't have a license for PI? As many videos as I put out, were you surprised by that? No. I think that one is gone now. She says here somewhere that I was kicked out of support. It's in another video. I think she took it out. And me being the person I am, and I'm all about proof, let me lead you to one of Darda Key's personal friends that's been a supporter for years, very close to the family. Let me introduce you to her. And you can hear what she said about when I left support because she was there. And she knows Mama Darley. She flat out tells me that, well, let me just show you. Now, what I'm going to do is leave this clip right here on the Justice for Devin and Dan because I'm not giving you this lady's name. You could send the clip over to Mama Darley. She knows exactly who she is. I'm not giving this lady's name. I've known her for years. She used to hate my fucking guts. She was one of the ones, too, that was saying, you sent love letters to Darley. But that's been disproven by Darley herself.
So I said that I saw a letter that you wrote that was nefarious. What a bitch I am, because that's not true. I remember that letter very well that you sent me, and you sent one for Darley and one for me. And you were a perfect gentleman in both. I remember you saying how cool my name was. I remember that very, very well. And you were nothing but a gentleman with Darley's letter. I did hear from Mama Darley that you were writing letters to Darley Lynn about like her breast size or some ridiculous thing. So I did think that, but I never saw it firsthand. And if I said that, then I was being a lying bitch to try to hurt you. I don't know what my problem was, quite frankly. I'm not like that at all. I've always been an open minded person. I think I just got, for lack of better words, butthurt about you switching sides because I thought you were a very good ally. And it made me mad. So I did what I had to do to try and sway people in the direction of not believing you, which was, like I said, totally wrong. And I will forever regret that and remain apologetic to you and your lovely wife. I really am sorry about that, Bryan. I really am. I'm so glad that you have enough character to see now that I admit that I'm wrong, and you're able to move on. And I know that you said some stuff like I was Darley's lesbian lover or something stupid like that, and I know you apologized to me as well. So, bygones are bygones. Whatever. We were both being jackasses to each other, but I'm glad we got past it. I really, really am. And I am not so naive as to say that there are not things that have gone into my mind late at night thinking, now why is that? Now why is this? One of them that I've always questioned is the blood on her nightgown. Why wasn't it, if she was lying down, why did it go down and not across? That has always bothered me, but I've kind of put that aside and looked at the other things that have led me to believe that she is innocent. And, that fingerprint speaks volumes to me. And I know you guys think that it was the boys, but I don't. But nevertheless, your letters were fine. And, I know that Darley, liked hearing from you, and you guys were friends and stuff. And she told me herself. So I want you to know this. Darley told me never to speak ill of you publicly. She's not one that is like her mom and her sisters. She has told me time and time again, don't play into what the non-supporters say. Don't try to sway anybody over to the other side. Let them look at the facts and come to their own understanding. So she's always been very honest about that. And when she and I visit, now again, I haven't seen her since I got sick, but our visits were always upbeat and fun and everything. And we only spoke of that night one time, and she looked me straight in my eye, Bryan. I swear to God, she's either an Academy Award winning actress, that Mr. Calling, or she's innocent. I truly believe that. Like Susan Smith and Casey Anthony and all them, I knew they were guilty from the get-go. Darley, I questioned from day one, and I did enough research for 2 years before I came up with my stance of her innocence. So I think you know that already. I've been forthcoming about that. But yeah, that blood pattern on her nightgown has been a question. The silly string video never bothered me, and but as far as other things, pointing to her innocence. I can go on and on. The court transcriptions and everything, and James Cron, coming up with it within 20 minutes of going into the crime scene. Why did he never think it was Darren?
That's yeah, well, see, that's the misconception. That's a misconception. They did think of Darren. He was the only uninjured adult. He never said Darla did it.
Somebody please explain that to me. Wait, before I go on to your other two messages that you just did, what in the hell are you talking about that she said that 85J was your fingerprint? Are you fucking kidding me? You please tell me you were joking on that, because I am just like taken back, flabbergasted. And yes, 75 yards. I said it with you as I was listening to your message. I said with you in unison. It wasn't 90 whatever. It was 75. Football field, almost a football field, almost 100 yards.
Now, let's see.
Oh, so she'll disown anybody that speaks to you? That's ridiculous. Go ahead and disown me then. I don't give a fuck. I can talk to whoever I want. Um, I really, I'm really just so over any side lying. If you believe in your position, there is no reason to. Oh, and yes, of course, I knew about your son. Remember, I asked you if you were still seeing him and how he was doing and stuff. So, yes, I did hear about that.
Now let me move on up a little bit. I've got. Let's see. Is this one?
Oh my God. So I said that I saw a letter.
Let me go right here.
Oh my God. I had to pause it right when you said that about the knife going down through the baby down to the concrete. Oh my God. That was so true. And that has bothered me from day one, that they said they agreed with that when they have always denied that. And looking at the autopsy photos myself, I don't see where it did.
But anyways, I'm gonna. That is one of. She's a longtime supporter. Had gone seeing Darlie, and we remained friendly over the years. We had it out a couple times, uh, but she was there when I left support. She saw it happen. There was nothing. I left. Nobody kicked me out of fucking support. I left on my own. And then when I left, they started making up stories, which is what they're going to do about Rich. You know what? You've already started it. I left on my own. And had the supporters left me the fuck alone, instead of sending me messages or posting stuff about how stupid I am for going to the other side and shit like that, and then accusing me of 85J being mine, if they would have left me alone when I left, and hardly any of those supporters around today. Patrick King, David Kilpatrick, Darren Bryant, he's a supporter now. He's a non-supporter now. David Moff. Those supporters that were saying all, they're gone now. And I'm still here. I'm still here. You know how many people have walked away from this case on the support side?